I've been asked to provide you with some hints and tips on how to conduct an effective business impact assessment. And the key hint I would give you is to keep it simple. There are two essential things that you need to know from your business impact assessment. The first one is what's critical and what do I need to recover? And the second is how many people, bits of information and IT, desks, chairs, phones and alternative sites do I need in order for those processes to be recovered? It's as simple as that. If you think back to my ping pong balls and string analogy in one of the previous videos, you'll know that when you shake your own environment or cut pieces of string or bang on the ping pong balls, some of them won't have an effect, others will. And that's a very simple way of looking at what your key processes might be, the ones that have the impact, and the non-key processes, which are the ones that could usefully be postponed. Now the table that you have in the slide shows kind of a traffic light table. We have 1 day, 2 day, and 3 days and beyond tolerance to outage, and everything that makes your ping pong balls and string shake on day 1 goes red or amber day 1. Anything that can usefully be postponed stays green. You can then, using your little symbols to make things simple for people to understand, identify whether it's a dollar impact, a legal and reputational impact, or an operational impact for that process when it becomes a key process. So that's the first thing I would try and do, is make it visual and make it easy to understand. That diagram shows you that there are certain key processes that need to be up and running in a day, some in 2 days, and some we can leave for a week and beyond. So we're already trying to prioritise what are the key things that we need to do should a crisis occur. So once we know what we need to recover in terms of key business processes, the next question that your business impact assessment needs to answer is how do we recover those processes? And that's essentially looking at the level of resources that you would need in a crisis to get you to an emergency level of operation to fulfill all of those key processes that you've identified. How many people do we need? How many desks? How many chairs? How many phones? What kind of manual processes could we put in place? What about information, data, and all of the electronic information that we have? How many PCs? What kind of IT disaster recovery do we need? Who do we need in terms of our stakeholders to help us along the way? So all of those are bits of key data that we can collect, and there are various strategies that we can then use to fulfill the provision of those resources. Do we need a hot site? Do we need to have a secondary IT data site? Do we need to have service level agreements in place with our stakeholders to help us? So all of those fall under the strategic solution to those key requirements that we've identified in order to recover those key business processes.